Hello, chismosas y chismosos, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. I'm Audrey, a paralegal turned stay-at-home mom who loves true crime. The cases I cover are wild, topics may be triggering, viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. With all that being said, grab your hot Cheetos and let's get started on today's case. Pauline Zile was born on June 13th of 1970 as Pauline Yingling. It is said that Pauline's mom Paula abandoned her when she was little, but they had a good relationship later on in life. Her only brother, Matt Yingling, grew up in spite of the troubled upbringing and became a firefighter and EMT. There is not much known about their biological father other than he was absent. They were primarily raised by their maternal grandfather, John Yingling. At 16, she became pregnant by her boyfriend, another teenager named Frank Holt, and dropped out of high school. They got married, and Christina Diane Holt was born on May 23rd of 1987. On June 14th of 1988, Frank Holt filed for divorce from Pauline and expressed his wishes to attain custody of their daughter, citing Pauline as an unfit mother who was also a flight risk. Pauline worked a myriad of jobs, mostly in restaurants. According to Maryland public court records, both Pauline and Frank Holt struggled with substance abuse issues, specifically alcohol. 17-year-old Pauline gave custody of Christina went to live with her, and Christina went to live with her paternal step-great-grandmother, Dorothy Money, from the age of 5 months to 5 years in a middle-class neighborhood in Maryland. Those who knew her described Christina as a sweet girl who was very outgoing. Pauline would visit Maryland from Florida once a year to see her kid. Dorothy signed guardianship over to her adopted daughter, Judy Holt, when Christina was 5. Dorothy was in her 70s and had severe arthritis, thus making her unable to care for a young child. But Judy only lived a couple of blocks away, and she would visit Christina often. Dorothy loved Christina so much that she kept her pink princess room with a canopy bed as if she still lived there. After being with Judy Holt for almost 2 years, Judy eventually decided that she did not want to raise Christina and that it would be best if she was raised by her biological mother. Christina was very excited to go and live with her real mom and her 2 baby half-brothers that she had never met before. Judy Holt drove 7-year-old Christina from her home in Maryland to her biological mom's house in Florida with little to no notice. Dorothy Money would later say that she was not aware of this sudden move and was so upset by it that she decided to go no contact with her daughter Judy. Dorothy emphasized that she didn't even have Pauline's phone number. While her daughter was being raised by other people, 19-year-old Pauline met John Zile. In direct violation of his probation, John had moved to Florida. Together, Pauline and John had 2 sons, Chad and Daniel. When Judy showed up with Christina, Pauline was pregnant with a baby she would later give up for adoption due to financial woes. When John went back to Maryland based on his probation violation, Pauline sent the judge a letter detailing how he was a terrific guy and pleaded for his release so that he could help with rent. John Zile had spent time in juvie as a kid on unspecified charges was in three different youth shelters and one group home. He dropped out of high school his freshman year, and in 1984 he was found guilty of burglary after he broke into a home and stole a rifle and silverware. For this offense, he was given a 5-year sentence, and since he violated the terms of his probation, he was given several additional months as a result. John also suffered from substance abuse disorder, and as an adult, he worked various jobs like painting cars, restaurants, and installing drywall. Pauline and John Zile struggled on a day-to-day basis and were barely able to keep afloat, living week to week, paycheck to paycheck. They were often living in various motel rooms. At one point, Pauline was door to door selling VHS tapes saying that she needed gas money. Their boys were often seen banging on the window to say hi to passers-by until John noticed and would pull them away. Neighbors said that the boys were not allowed to play and would never accept invites to play dates or birthday parties. They described the boys and their living conditions as unkept.